Welcome to the Positively You podcast. I'm your host, Jessie Larson, and I'm passionate about helping you shift the way you think so you can create a life you're absolutely obsessed with. Each week, I'll be bringing you a guest or a thought that's going to help you feel more optimistic and equipped to take real action. Get ready to push past limiting beliefs, ditch that negativity, and start showing up as the best and most positive version of you. Girl, let's do this. Hey guys, it's Jessie, and I'm so excited that you are back for another episode of the Positively You podcast. Just to let you know, I'm currently sitting in a parking lot with my laptop and a microphone, and we are just getting this done because we have no time for perfection, especially this time of year. It's all about getting the things done that we need to, being proud of ourselves, letting those expectations and those unrealistic expectations especially go, and just being able to enjoy the season that we are in, the time of life that we are in, and letting go of the things that are going to cause us more stress and being perfect and having it go absolutely perfect and the way it's supposed to go. We don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. So I wanted to get out and have a walk today. I had a couple of minutes in between dropping my kid off at school and when I could meet a friend. I knew I wouldn't have time to run back home and record, but I've got time to sit here in the parking lot before she shows up. So that is how we are getting it done today. Holy crap. It's December 1st. Today, as I'm recording this, it is December 1st. Does that blow anyone else's mind other than me? And it's really funny because as, we get to this time of year, I've seen my Instagram feed and Facebook and whatever else kind of blowing up with the same kind of thought, like, oh my gosh, it's here. Everyone is stressing out about, getting everything done, and our calendars getting a lot more crowded and cluttered. I saw at least a half a dozen, if not more, reminders for those of you who participate in the elf tradition to put those out. Just so many things are going on. So no longer denying it. The holidays are officially here. Fun fact, my son Liam, my 10-year-old, he is very much likes things done the way they're supposed to be done. He likes order. He likes things like that. And he was not on board with anything Christmas before Thanksgiving. We would drive around and he would be in the backseat of the car just like lamenting over there being Christmas decorations. And we got lights put on our house. He allowed those, but absolutely no tree was able to be put up. So we got that set up the day after Thanksgiving together as a family. So back to now that it's December, now we can actually, I have permission from my 10-year-old, we can actually celebrate now. But with this month comes so much stuff. And I'm not just talking about the stuff that we're going to be opening up and tearing out of presents and wrapping paper on December 25th. We get more stuff for sure, but we get our homes are taken over by decor, our calendars fill up, our budgets increase, we have gift lists, the mental clutter, there's so much clutter, right? There's physical clutter, and I don't mean clutter in a bad way. Clutter is just meaning there's more things taking up space. That's clutter. So there's more things taking up space. Physical clutter, mental clutter. Mental clutter. Hi, moms. Everyone raise your hand. That's the number one thing that I've seen is, we're in charge of making the season magical, and we're in charge of making sure that it's all perfect and magical, and we're creating these amazing memories for our kids. And wow, that's a lot of mental clutter we've got going on. And calendar clutter, just so much more than we have in any other time of the year, So I got kind of sitting with this thought about all of this extra clutter and feeling just kind of that sense of overwhelm, just kind of getting a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And it got me thinking about the things that we do when we are feeling overwhelmed with physical clutter in our house, right? We've got too many toys. There's so many clothes. There's just paper clutter all over the house. And we take those things and we declutter. And so I got onto Google. I Googled, decluttering for the holidays, and got, pages on pages of of articles and tips and tricks and things to do. And most of that was around, getting rid of certain toys before we get a new influx of things for our kids. And it was all about kind of the physical clutter, and that wasn't really hitting what I was searching for. So I Googled simplify the holidays instead. And again, so many results coming up in the search. And then, you know how it'll show you like the related searches, just like how do I not hate Christmas? How do I stop feeling so overwhelmed? How do I manage my stress? Like so many things about this time of year. While it is so magical and can be so magical, it can also be just this like huge, overwhelming, stressful time of year. And overwhelm, stress, frustration, those are not really the words and the feelings and the emotions that the Positively You podcast is all about. So I wanted to come up with something to be able to kind of combat that, to be able to still enjoy this time of year, but be able to have it feel positive and feel like it's adding to our life in a good way, not just adding things for the sake of adding them because it's tradition or because I think I'm supposed to or because I have to or because it might mean something about me, right? Okay, going off on a couple of little tangents. But I wanted to get back to that idea of less is more, that idea of simplifying. And there is someone who went incredibly viral, who got super popular, had a best-selling book a few years ago. You might remember it. It was the life-changing now I can't remember the name of the book. The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I feel like I'm butchering that title. Anyway, Marie Kondo, you know who I'm talking about. And I'm wondering if it's time that we need to Marie Kondo our holidays. Now, if you remember Marie Kondo, her big thing was, does it spark joy? And as I was thinking about it pertaining to the holidays, I actually really love this approach because we can think so many times about wanting to get rid of something and it feels, I don't know, we feel resistance, or we feel maybe like that might hurt somebody's feelings, or we are hesitant to let go of a tradition because it's something that we've just always done. So as I get overwhelmed with the holidays and wanting to make them simpler, wanting to just be able to enjoy them instead of feeling like I'm rushed and stressed all of the time, I decided that I'm going to take this Marie Kondo approach of decluttering by choosing what stays in our life, in our home, in our calendar, in my mind, if it sparks joy. So Marie Kondo, when she was talking about this, she was saying, when you are decluttering things, you start with your clothes and you keep only the things that speak to your heart. You keep only those things that spark joy and discard the things that no longer do. And that's what we want to do with this holiday season, is discard the things that are not sparking joy. Is it sparking more stress than joy? Do you feel an obligation to do something or to go somewhere or to say yes to an invite? Or are you absolutely lit up about it? It's going to enhance your life. You cannot wait. It's going to bring so much joy. Those are the things that get to stay. And I love this so much because it's just a simple mindset shift. You get to focus on the good. You get to focus on the joy you want to create in your life. And in this Christmas season, instead of focusing on what's overwhelming you and what you want to get rid of, because like I said, that can feel heavy, that can feel negative, and then that can bring up feelings of like, well, why am I the only one who feels this way? I'm so terrible. I shouldn't hate Christmas. All these things. And then like that leads to this awful kind of like self-guilt and self-deprecating kind of thing where you're like, well, I'm an awful person. Like, who doesn't like this time of year? Spoiler alert, there's a lot of you according to Google and according to the Google searches. So you're not alone if you don't love it. So I'm challenging you to find the things that you do love and keep those. It's the idea of adding and filling your life with so much of the things that you love that you don't have room for anything else. It's the same idea that she has with your closet. And I've talked to a couple people about this, where you should only have things in your closet that you absolutely love, that when you put that on your body, you feel good. And about getting rid of those filler things, those things that have just been in there and you just keep them in there. Who knows why, but you hate it. It makes you feel awful. You don't like the way you look in it. It, lowers your self-esteem every single time you put on it. Your closet should only be filled with the things that make you feel your best, that make you, want to run into somebody at Target or whatever. And that's what we want to do with the holiday season. We want to fill it with only the things that spark joy, that make us feel excited about this season. Right? Doesn't that sound amazing? Doesn't it sound really awesome to have the next 25 days or 31 days or whatever actually be joy-filled? Not have you, stressing or worrying about this, driving to here and there and fitting in all of the things and making sure we do this tradition because it's always been done, but I actually hate it, but I have to do it because the kids need good memories. Oh my gosh, right? The kids will have better memories if we're all chill, right? If you're actually happy. So think of the things that are your traditions and think about them if you really love them or if it's just on there because it always is. Think of the holiday parties that you're invited to and if you really actually want to go or if you're like, well, we have to. You don't have to do anything, right? All right, so challenge to you. Marie Kondo your holidays this year. Keep the things that spark joy. Get rid of the things that spark stress and frustration and overwhelm. I want to know if you're going to do this with me. I'm getting started, right? It's December 1st. We can do this. And my friend just pulled up in the parking lot. So this was perfect timing. If you like this episode, I would love it if you would share it with a friend that might be feeling a little overwhelmed this season as well. And share it on social media. Tag me if you do that. I hope you have an absolutely amazing holiday season. Happy December. We can do this. Let's spark more joy this holiday season. Love you so much and thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out with me again today. I'm so glad you pressed play. If you want to take a quick second to share this episode with someone you think would love it too, that would be amazing. If you're loving the show, make sure you go and leave a review on iTunes. Reviews are like magic for podcasts, and your review will help get this show into the ears of more amazing women just like you. And come find me over on Instagram. I'm there at positively.jessie, and I cannot wait to hang out with you some more. So until next time, have an amazing week.